Welcome to another RPG Reanimators It's Alive actual play. Tonight, we're going to be playing To Feed the Imperium by our very own Keith Craig. It's for the system Imperium Maledictum, and we do have a couple first-time players today, including myself, so we're going to get to it. Keith.
All right, thank you. All right, so picture the Milky Way galaxy. As you zoom on in, what would be to the galactic west of where Holy Terra is the Macarian sector, right at the edge of humanity's exploration. Zooming on in on that, we come to a planet called Vol. Vol is a typical of an Imperium planet. It's covered in hive cities, each of them having 1 to 2 billion people in it. Zooming on in onto one hive city, we'll zoom in on the hive city of Rokarth. And in Rokarth, the Administratum, the giant bureaucracy that helps everything run, has summoned 3 citizens that have proven themselves possibly worthy or expendable to look into an issue that they're having. So the year is 029 M42. To understand how to read Imperium years, 029, this is the 29th year of the 42nd millennium. So 41,029 is the year. All of you show up at the Administratum building. It's about 10 city blocks and it extends up 30 stories. As you come in, one of the servitors, one of the lobotomized people that have been turned into a robot, it opens the door for you and it scans your retinas to make sure that you're authorized to enter the building. And he goes, oh, to the 60th elevator. It's already pre-programmed. Auditor Epsilon DeContis is expecting you. With that,
Good, carry on.
and he just kind of stares ahead because he has no brain really at all.
No, this is just an automatic door to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you come in, I mean, there's thousands of people moving around, and even more people in lines waiting to get a number so they can move to another line to possibly meet someone that can direct them where they need to go to file the claim that they might be there. With a little bit of luck, some of these people will get their claims filed in the next month or so, and then the claim will be rejected.
As it should be, the bureaucracy's working.
As you go down the Administratum, you come to elevator 60, and the servitor that is standing there, he's already received the message from the other one, and he recognizes you, and he presses the button to open the elevator door for you.
Time to prove our worth.
Right. As you go, it takes a few minutes to send the several stories, but when you stop, it opens up, and you're greeted by a floating skull, one of the servo skulls. Very common thing to see in the Imperium, so not shocking at all. And it sees you and goes, "Ah, you are here. Only 5 seconds late. Not bad." It turns and goes, follows me. The auditor is expecting you.
Didn't realize
follow.
we were late.
I do not acknowledge my failure at all.
Nice.
And the
Yeah,
sisters
I turned a
just
little peek.
quietly shuffles along behind, serene.
Yeah, what do you look like?
Yeah, let's so while you're walking down this long hallway, let's meet our characters. So we'll start with Sister Helza Scorn.
So Sister Scorn is scarred. She has a lifetime of service for the emperor. She's quite cool, calm, but it's not a happy calmness. She's just waiting to burst forth and push the faith of the emperor, whether you want it or not. But quietly, she says, we all should be the living expression of the emperor's kindness.
Indeed. Move over to Wilkes.
Yeah, Wilkes is a lithe, subtle man, and he has beautiful, ornate robes. And his face is very sensitive, and he's got piercing eyes with large lips. And he doesn't smile a lot, but when he does crack one, it's usually at the misfortune of others, and a little kind of roguish in how he uh, encounters people or things. So.
Okay. And finally, Eidolon.
I would say that Eidolon has the opposite of Wilkes's beauty. While Wilkes is a smooth operator, I am a blunt tool. My jaw was blown off in some nameless conflict a long time ago, so I have a metal jaw. And I would say I have scars all over my bald head. I'm definitely, you can instantly just clock that he's a soldier.
Oh, one of the lucky ones. Only lost a jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Your entire head. All right. Hey, so yeah, so eventually you walking down the hall, you come to a door, and it slides open. In the middle of it is, of course, the Imperium's motif of a skull, and it opens up, and you come into a very large briefing room. The chairs in here actually look like possibly the most comfortable chairs you've ever seen in your life. You see floating around with setting down packets of paper at the various scenes chairs is a cherub, so a baby that's been turned into a robot and had wings attached to it, and it does a lot of the menial work for the Administratum and the ecclesiarchy. So another common thing to see in the Imperium is babies that have been turned into robots. Uh, Standing at the end of the table, you see a bald man. The right side of his face has been completely replaced with metal. His right eye has three lenses on it that he can spin around, kind of like a microscope, to examine paperwork much closer. And he has a tube going into his neck that's providing him with cleaner air than you would find in any hive city that you are at.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm going to remain standing because I was not told to sit.
He gets up and he's like, you must be the acolytes that I was told about. I am Auditor Absalon de Contis. It's like going, welcome to the Administratum. Hopefully, this will be your first step in improving your lot in life to serve the Emperor better.
Well met, Absalon de Contis.
Well meet indeed. He goes, from my briefing notes, you must be Eidolon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and Wilkes. And
Indeed, pleasure.
And Sister Scorn. Excellent.
Thank you for your service, Administrator.
Oh, well, it is only what is required. He goes, have a seat. Have a seat.
So the sister won't sit down. She looks at the comforts and says, to suffer is the will of the emperor.
I am a good soldier, so I will sit.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is, sister. He's like, reason I've called you, the agri world of Reddim is the main food supplier for this part of the sector. We've been we did a standard inspection We sent an inspector there, a Han Lufgar, a couple standard months ago. Haven't heard from him. Not a big surprise and all. He's known for being an extremely thorough inspector. But then one of the Militarim's listening posts picked up a message from him that was being sent into the void. They were unable to recover it all, or more likely through their ineptitude, they lost some of the recordings and all. And then he looks down and he types onto his data slate tablet, and in front of you on the screen on the desk in front of you, this message comes up. So I'll share that with you. Oh, can you give me a sharing there, Alex?
Absolutely. So shares. Could you request?
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, if you hit share, it should pop up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, send request. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Let me find my. There it is. Okay. This is when you guys find out I am not an artist. All right. So this pops up onto onto the screen in front of you. I'll read it out for you. So it's a transcription of the intercepted message originating from Reddim, Agri-world on the east edge of the Macarian sector. This is Inspector Han Lufgar reporting from Reddim. Identification code 837. It says the message is garbled. Past week, I've been residing at the plantation of Stavros Kartovian. He is worried about the other owners and, again, the message is garbled and unrecoverable, eking with workers. They have filed multiple complaints with the Administratum. Please confirm if the complaints were filed. Workers are hostile to the Administratum as, and again, the message is garbled. Tovian is angry about other plantation owners using a new farming. He claims this is against the Emperor's teaching. I suspect it's more of a physical variant of imperial cult is active with citizens. The Obnatus Beatus believe all life is from the Emperor, I am concerned about the populace. They seem to meet with Jethro Cruddle, largest plantation owner on world. See if he shares Kartovian's concerns. I will. Han Lufgar signing off. The Emperor protects. Since he
New variant?
yeah,
a new variant of the Imperial Court? There is no
yeah.
variation.
Well, as I'm sure you've seen in your travels, sister, there are sects that can be signed off on by the Lords of Terra.
Mm.
That's why I brought you on to see if this is one that we should submit to the ecclesiarchy to be signed on, or one that should be burned down.
Mm. And she pats a flamer at her side. The deviation is not to be accepted.
But my main concern is that this world provides a lot of the food for this sector, and the imperial tithe that goes to the Militarum for their holy wars against the archenemy. I just want you to find out: is there an actual threat to the tithe? If there is, remedy that threat. If not, then tell this complaining noble to get in line.
Would you, so for clarification, you would like us to locate Han Lufgar, or is that secondary?
That is secondary.
Understood.
Of course, primary in all our minds is the deviance of this cult.
Again, the cults can pop up and could be a threat to the tithe. If you do think that it is a cult that needs looked at by someone outside the Administratum, please route that request through me. I don't want to get the Inquisition breathing down our neck.
in the sister's mind, she's tithes, all that stuff is very very secular and irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
He just heard you farming, deviant cult, be pure.
Well, I've transferred into your business account enough solars to be able to hire transportation to Reddim. The journey, non-warp travel, should take about a standard 2 weeks to get there. Good luck. Uh, do not use astropaths to report in. The warp storms have made them unreliable lately, ever since the Great Rift. We hope. Hopefully that will resolve itself soon.
Understood. It
Yep.
will be done.
Yeah. And he gets up, turns around, and walks out, and the little cherub kind of flies down and starts picking up turning off the screens and packing up some of the papers and stuff. The papers on there were just the things that were identifying you and saying that, hey, you now work for the Administratum. Note, you did not have the option to sign. You were told you do.
Voluntold. Looks like we're in, guys.
This
Does
is
it seem
perfect opportunity.
suspicious? Does it seem suspicious that we shouldn't use the astropath to communicate? Is that just seems?
No, that's been kind of going on since the chaos opened the Great Rift across the galaxy and stuff. So, yeah.
There is no failure. We must succeed. There is so much to
Yes.
be gained from this job.
Yes, find the heretic. Burn the heretic.
Right. All right. So it is up to you how you would like to proceed. You could try and do more research here on Bull, or you could just head on to the agri world of Reddim. That is up to the acolytes.
I would love to get some equipment for reconnaissance. Are there directional microphones that I can listen in from far away? Being
A
a
vox
marksman.
a vox leech. Yep.
Yep.
You could have a vox leech. Yeah, those are relatively cheap and very common piece of equipment.
Nice.
Wilkes is a bit of a data delver. Can I pull up this plantation owner and see if there are any other records, complaints, or communications I can glean?
Yes, you can. Give me a logic investigation.
Okay. 89's not going to do it.
No, it will not, because even if you could, yeah. So, digging into the bureaucracy and all, you get in this one day of searching, you're not finding anything besides that. Hey, he resides on the planet and he's met his imperial tithe since he took over for his father.
I would also
And the
like to look into. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There you go, Alex.
I would like to go look into Jetro Credle. Right.
Mhm.
He's one of the largest plantation owners on that planet. Is he going through any scandals right now, or there's any?
Yeah. Again, you can give me a logic investigation.
Okay.
Sorry, when I have advantage on something, what does that mean?
When you have advantage, you can choose to flip your dice. So you rolled 89, so you can choose to flip it to make it 98. Which
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that now. So great. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Disadvantage works the same way, except you have to flip it if it makes it worse.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I did not succeed on that logic roll.
Okay. Yep. So yeah. So right now, you guys are kind of hitting a brick wall. You can keep looking. You'll start getting more pluses, but things do move on the world the more time you spend here. So it's up to you. And
In
sister?
parallel, the sister would like to look into this cult. I missed the name, the Obati of something or other.
Oh
See if
yeah.
it's,
Yep.
where it's come from, any leaders of it, or any sort of thoughts, and ask for Ask for guidance.
All right, let me ask you before I ask for your role. Are you going to be using the Administratum's data or the Ecclesiarchy's data?
The ecclesiarchy, definitely. Like my theology
All right.
skills.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can make.
I mean, she doesn't revere the Administratum.
Yeah, I don't blame. All right. You can. I'll let you do either a lore theology or a logic investigation, but I'm going to give you plus 20, and what that means is that you can raise your skill by 20% for this role.
Well, she specialized in theology.
Okay.
Law theology. So she's got a 35. So plus 20 is 55.
Yep.
And unfortunately, 64. So that's a fail.
All right. All right. Don't forget about fate. You can spend a fate, which does renew next session to reroll to make a
Maybe
reroll.
not this early. Maybe.
Yeah. I love to get those rerolls all burned out. So when you actually when you actually need them, they're not there. So.
And while she's at her church or whatever, wherever they said she'd also like to get some reading, so for the trip they're there for 2 weeks. She should continue her studies into the glory of the emperor and cleanse her mind.
That'd be no problem at all. They would give you definitely your typical for free. They'd give you your typical imperial cult propaganda and also they would push that to your data slate and everything. If you're unaware of the world, the imperial cult is a cult of personality. Is the best way to describe the imperial cult. So, for the emperor.
And she wants some sort of advanced level and some extra penance while they're traveling.
All right. Okay.
I will say, comrades, I work better boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not like
idle
to waste
minds and idle
time.
hands is Chaos Workshop. Eidolon, keep busy. Don't let them get into your brains. Don't let them get into your hands.
Never. My will is of iron.
Sister, do you think if there's something corrupt in this plantation planet that they would get rid of the crops because the crops themselves would be heretical? It's not unheard of, is it?
There's always some corruption to find. Just depends on the level.
Indeed. Well, I'm excited to get out there and sniff it out.
What kind of planet is Reddim?
It's what gets the Imperium classes as an agri planet, so it has been essentially terraformed to be. All the land is going to be covered with crops. They've even built towers that they grow crops up the side of it, kind of like almost like a chia pet kind of thing. And so, it is, of the man-made structures there, the only man-made structures besides the housing that the workers and the nobles live in, all the other man-made structures are dedicated to to the crop production and all. Reddim itself, before it was turned into an agri world, it was mostly a jungle kind of planet. So it was really good at growing plants already when it was rediscovered by the Imperium. That's why they converted it into an agri world.
Excellent. I'm wondering what the effectiveness of like a ghillie suit would be. I believe I could make one with my disguise kit.
Yeah.
So I'll do that in the 2 weeks. Because I'm assuming we're gonna be reconning, sneaking up on, and listening in on any cult activity.
All right. Yeah. Makes sense to me. All right. So that's how you'll spend your 2 weeks. Sister's going to be studying her Imperial cult books and all. And Lucas, how will you be spending the 2 weeks across the board?
Complete boredom. I hate space travel. But I will be calibrating my Vox beads, getting them ready for the mission, and cleaning my pistol over and over again.
I love it. I love it. And just so you guys know, your Vox speeds, you can stay in contact with each other up to a nautical mile apart and stuff. Yeah, easily. So yeah, that's about the range of it. So, okay. All right. So as you approach, as the 2 weeks pass, and you start approaching Reddim, uh, you the ship that you're on, you see that there's these massive space stations that are orbiting the planet, and you see various mercantile fleet ships going in and out of those large space stations. You can easily deduce that the crops are flown up to the space stations that are then picked up by the mercantile fleet to be distributed out through the sector and to the militar and everything. And it looks like, as you look down at the world, it is very lush and green. It'd be kind of like I equate it to, like, maybe if you're looking down on the Amazon rainforest. It's just completely green down there. From the void, you can't see any buildings at all. Most of them are covered up, but with the plants, as that is the typical way they would grow on this world. But as you take your ship down onto the world, as you approach, as you get past through the atmosphere, you can start to see that if you've looked down from an aircraft as you fly over our world, you can definitely see where farms are. Like there's geometric shapes that would not naturally happen in nature and all. So you can see that, yeah, this is actually while from the void it looks like just a big wall of green. You can actually see different colors of a green and where the different fields and everything are at. You land on the landing platform there. You come out and you're greeted by a guy. It looks like this is his whole job is to greet people that land at Reddim. He walks up to you. He's wearing an eye patch. The eye patch is a little moist, and and he's got a few data slates, and he's like, "Well, welcome to Reddim. Please fill out these forms for immigration, and you're not carrying any diseases, correct?"
You seem to be the one carrying the disease, sir. But give me the forms.
But it's planet form. Yeah. He hands it over to you, and you being a data delver, these are very typical.
Yeah.
But in processing forms.
All right.
Pass them out. Fill it out.
So the sister makes a brief prayer of thanks to the Emperor for a safe trip, but asks the administrator, says, Administrator, do you get many visitors to this planet?
Not often. We usually the only people that will come down are the people piloting the ships, hauling the goods up and down. And he goes, I'm specifically in charge of the Starvos plantations goods, and he points out, and you can see there's plants growing over him, but you can see there's these large cargo bins that he goes, yeah, we've got the crop ready to go out, stored over there.
And when's that due to go? And has the supply been interrupted?
No. We've been quite efficient. Take a lot of pride. We've never failed to miss the imperial tide at all.
Please turn your head away when you do that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm used to kind of just being by myself out here and all. It's a good job. I could be down in the fields.
I'll comply with the forms.
Yep.
No need to raise fuss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have mine.
Service is faith, and she fills out the form.
Yeah. He kind of taps the data slates, closes them down, and he goes over to a desk and puts them back in there. And he's like going, "Welcome to Reddim. Can I direct you to anywhere you would like to go? I can call I can make a call if you need transportation. The nearest building from here is about 100 miles."
How
Wow.
much pull do we have with the Administratum to like request files? Like how long ago Han Lufgar arrived? He would have that information, being the person in charge of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could definitely pull that if you say you're here as an inspector.
We are here as inspectors. And can I do rapport as well with
Yeah,
him?
yeah, you can. Yeah, you're trying to rapport. You've got charm, inquiry. It's up to you. Which kind you're doing?
Yeah. I'll use inquiry.
Okay. And that's an opposed roll. So even if you fail less bad than he fails on his,
Well, get
you still
this.
get.
He's got to roll a 99 to fail because I rolled a 98. So.
Oh my
I
lord!
see. I see. I got a -2 success level, so
Okay.
that's where I got. But he's like going, what? He's like, you want some records? What?
Yes. Do you have records? We are inspectors. And my guess is my disgust at his backwater,
Yeah.
like everything is
Yeah.
showing on my face. It's not
Mm-hmm.
working.
Alright. As the blunt tool, can I step up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I hope you can get it through your thick skull to get us those records, or else you're going to be working in those fields instead of this
Uh,
cushy job that you love so much.
okay. Yeah. Give me a presence intimidation, but I'm going to give you a +20 since you kind of appealed to what he did not like.
Of course, a +20, it gives me a value of that is 5 degrees of success plus
All
5.
right. All right. I got +3, so you were successful.
Oh,
So
so
he's
I
like,
just like square up to him.
yeah, he's like, going, hey, yeah. Just sure, no problem. And he goes back to his desk and he opens it up. And he gets out some data slates and he types in the pass key to it. He's like, going, here you go. Like, no, I do a good job. I do a good job. Everyone in process is now
We'll
processing.
see about that. I take it with indignity and place it in front of Wilkes.
And while
Yeah.
that's going on, the sis would just like to just quietly watch as she's sort of, I don't know what the right word is, stroking her chainsword.
Mm-hmm.
And when Hans Lufgar is mentioned, when the inspector was mentioned, was there any reaction in the administrator? Like, as in, she's
That's
looking
it.
for,
Yeah.
are we welcome, not welcome
Yeah.
as inspectors? Is this going to be dangerous because
All
we're
right.
linking ourselves?
Yeah. That would be an intuition human.
Yeah. And she's got some advances in intuition, so she's got a level
Okay.
45.
All right. And I rolled really bad.
16. So that is,
Really
I
good.
believe, so 45. So that's 4 minus 1. So 3 levels of success.
All
Nice.
right. That beat my -5 levels of success.
Whoa.
So when you said Han Lufgar, you got a reaction, like, when you like ask someone, "Oh, do you know this person?" And they just kind of look at you like, "I have no clue who you're talking about." Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, and so she'll follow up with just at the end and just ask, so, administrator, we've been sent to connect with one Han Lufgar.
Okay.
Do you have any knowledge
You know,
about
he,
his?
Do you know who he works for? I could direct you to the appropriate plantation and off. You know who he works for. You know, I don't know everyone on the planet. Sorry.
Well, he would have arrived, recently,
Oh.
in the last couple of solar months, and you greet everyone that arrives in your plantation. He was here to work with the plantation, Stavros, and
Huh?
connect with Tovian and
Oh.
who
Well.
else?
Well, I mean, if he came here, I'm sure he'd be in that record that I gave your fellow inspector there. You know,
In the
but
logs.
like I'll be honest with you. Like besides any points at Eidolon, I'm not really gonna remember you.
Hmm.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, what do the data slates say, Vilcus?
Yes,
Right.
what is it?
All right.
So I
What
spent
info are
time
you?
just
Okay.
copying it onto my data slate, and then
Okay. Yeah.
I just
Downloading
hand
it.
it back to him.
Okay.
Yeah, take this. And then I'll just search up his name.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you pull up there, Han Lufkar. Yep. He did arrive on world. He did in process correctly, and he filled out where he was planning on staying. He was planning on staying at the Stavros Kartovian plantation.
He's at the.
He has not out processed the plan.
How big is the plantation? Like, we're talking like the size of a
About
city.
the size of England.
Okay.
Now, most of
So,
it is just fields, of course.
what kind of
Maybe we need transport.
settlements are? Is there just one main settlement per plantation, or multiple houses,
There will be
or processing
multiple
plants?
because the workers will move
Yeah.
with the plants and the crops and all.
Yeah. I don't imagine there would be like hotels or like inns.
No,
No.
no.
So Lufgar would probably be staying with the company.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's what we would have to do. That's probably where we're heading next.
I think from the administrator, we require transport and some sort of servitor to drive us, to take us to the Stavros Kartovian plantation. Can you
Oh,
provide it quick?
of course, of course. He goes over to his computer. He types it in, and you see him types in request transportation for three people and their luggage. And then he types in the destination of the Stavros Katovian plantation.
And
He goes,
please don't forget to assign the servitor to my colleague's Wilkes command. He will give you his codes.
oh, yeah, of course, yeah. We have the servitor that will pilot the airship. He'll be able to help you out. Oh, he and he gives you the codes to be able to kind of like simple requests outside of flying the aircraft the servitor can do, but like it's built to fly the aircraft. So
I
Compliance is service.
grunt.
Service is faith.
Yeah.
Satisfactory.
yeah. So he goes back to kind of just sitting there. He tells you it'll be an hour or so before the ship gets here to pick you up, just because it's such a massive distance that it has to travel. While you're there, there is you do see another ship land. You see some workers get off of it. He goes through the same routine and all, and they tell him, "Yeah, we're just picking up, another shipment." It's like, "Yeah, you got to still fill out the paperwork and all." So, and from Administratum viewpoint, this is running exactly how you would expect. Probably a little bit more efficient than Hive City Administrative because there's just not as many people that they're dealing with.
Excellent.
But yeah, the airship pulls up. Now, it's just like a little, like maybe the size of a Cessna. And then it docks and it opens up, and the servitor he comes off and he goes, I'm here to take 3 passengers and their luggage to the Catarvian estate.
Yes, the only 3 standing here. Us.
Hi, very good, very good. He goes, and you see these like mechadendrites of Dr. Octopus arms come out of his side. He's like going, I will carry your luggage for you.
Pass the
Faith
luggage
is your
without a word.
shield.
Yeah. It loads it all on there, and then he goes, welcome aboard. And he walks over to the flight deck.
Oh, let's make ourselves comfortable, comrades. Well, actually, sister, comfort is a weakness to you.
Well,
She-
this is fairly rough and ready. She sits down, and she kind of sparingly sits down because her back's full of fresh flagellation wounds. A long trip.
Right.
So
Well,
our plan
yeah.
is most likely to check in, get housing, and then follow what happened to Lufgar, because that would he's probably investigating this cult as well.
If we can pick up his trail.
Yes.
I think it might be wise to be circuitous around our relationship to Lufgar. Maybe we are not one of him. Maybe we are just trying to find him, investigating him.
I agree. There might be enemies embedded within the population of the Kartovian plantation. And if we give ourselves away, then. But that does
Maybe.
bring up the question, what is our excuse for being there then? Just as normal inspectors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Understood.
Maybe
And,
we get their opinions about Lufgar, and then we use that to our advantage if we can.
Our secondary objective will help us with our primary objective.
Indeed. And
our
after we
primary
visit,
objective.
Our primary
sister,
objective.
please.
Our primary objective is, as always, the faith of the Emperor. Find the deviants and
Faith
purge
is your
the
shield.
And she pats her flamethrower and says, no, my faith is my flamethrower.
I like you, sister.
Right. Okay. So as you're flying along, if you look out the windows, you can see the miles and miles of fields, and you know how you'll see these servitors that have been modified to be turned into like these machines that kind of drive along the fields, and you can see them spraying chemicals on the crops and all. And then an hour into the journey, you can see off to your right, you can see a group of people out there harvesting. And mainly what they do when they harvest, they're just adjusting the large machinery harvester, make sure that it's staying on track. If anything gets hung up, they get it loose. Notice there is no safety standard, so if they break something loose and they get pulled into the harvester, well, that's an acceptable loss. One thing that the sister would notice, of course, is off to the left. Now, is probably about 15 standard miles away. You can see the spires of an imperial cathedral. So, and you can give me an awareness sight at +20 if you're trying to look at that.
Yes.
The Emperor's turned his eyes away. 62 over 60.
2 degrees of success.
All right.
So when you say awareness sight, I'm at +20. I'm just rolling awareness and adding 20.
Yep.
To the skill level.
Unless you have a specialization sight, then it'd be added to the.
So sorry.
Okay.
So that's not a failure. So I rolled 62 and the skill is 60.
So that
Do
is
I just take away? Is that just
that's
zero marginal
that's a
success?
that's a -0. That's a -0. So it is
Yeah.
still a fail,
Mm,
but just barely. And how'd you do,
okay.
Wilkes?
+0 for me.
+0 for you. All right. So Wilkes, from where you're looking at with that +0, we'll start with sister because with a -0, you're still it's a but essentially is how the
Mm,
rules are. So you kind of look over there and you see that there's the cathedral's green. It's a green color. Normally, they're going to be more of a metallic, shiny color and everything. So that's a little bit different, is what you notice at all. Lucas, what you notice is that there are 7 spires coming off of the cathedral, and it looks like there's some plants that are actually growing up on the spires and everything, encasing them. And Eidolon, with your +2, you can see that the spires are unevenly spaced. So either like some there's been some construction going on, or this church has fallen into disrepair because they would want it to be symmetrical, which it definitely is not now. And
Okay.
so yeah.
I'll
That
just relay this
that
information.
appears odd. That appears odd. Um,
Certainly not what I'm used to.
Cleanliness is next to emperorness. um, so should we continue the plantation, or should we reroute to the cathedral? I mean, the sister is patient, but obviously she's staring out the window, going, "There's something wrong here."
Sister, your eyes are betraying you. Can you tell us, what do you desire?
Hmm. I'm concerned, quite frankly. An overgrown cathedral. Has it been left to succumb to the local plant growth and other influences? Um, one of my high priorities was to come here and talk to the spiritual leaders and get their perspective. This worries me. This worries me. Maybe we should land at the plantation, get a sense, and then put the cathedral on our on the next thing to investigate.
I agree. We should land at the plantation. We should establish a place, our base of
Mm,
operations, and then head out from there.
mm, mm, mm.
You sense the seeds of heresy, though, I see.
It's all seeds.
Unfortunately,
I point at the green
it's
plants.
always
Not the good kinds.
it's a fertile soil. Unfortunately, these outworlds are always this way.
I thought blessed is the mind that is small, for it's harder to doubt, but I guess that wasn't true.
Well, sister, since we do have the view and this opportunity, and as I'm saying this, I'm popping open my luggage where I keep my sniper rifle. I'll just slide out the scope and hand you
Yeah.
the scope to look through.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so she's going to have a good look at it and just, deviance I'm not sure quite the right words, but in geometry or architecture. Why is it so oddly spaced? Why has it been? I'm assuming the green comes from plant growth. I mean, why aren't they doing basic, maintenance? Be really interesting to see if it's actually populated.
See if you
Okay.
can see anyone on the grounds.
Mm,
All right. All right. So yeah, you get that out, and I'm not going to make you roll for that. You've got a magnifying. You know where you're looking. I'm going to bring up a image here to kind of not exactly what you see, but to give you a feel for what you look at it. So when you look at out there, can see that as you kind of guessed, it's green from all the plant growth around it. It's just vines growing everywhere, growing up the wire, up the spires, and all. You can see that the plants have been cut back, so there is still a path that leads to the cathedral, and the door is open up. You can see looking through there. You also see there's some servitors kind of going along, and they've got flamers, and they're just kind of burning the plants back from the paths to keep it clear and everything. Uh, for the next thing that you might see, I will require you to give me a awareness site, but I'm going to give you a +20 because you still are using that magnifying glass.
Okay, so 19 under 60, so that is a
Wow.
5 degrees of success.
+5, very good, very good. Yeah, kind of as you suspected. You can see actually in the plant growth some like mounds, and with that +5 you can kind of deduce where those mounds are. Those are the 3 other spires, because it would have been a 10 spire cathedral that have collapsed, and the plants have essentially just overgrown them completely.
Yeah, yeah. So something of this design, I'd expect 10 spies. Okay, so she's ultra intense as she looks at this, and she's muttering about, at best this is just idleness and laziness. At worst, something grows at the heart of this colony.
By the way, we have a lot of work.
Mm, mm, mm. But yeah, well suited to flamer, sword, and rifle. And she hands back the scope to Eidolon. I thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, we have a lot of work, but we shall do it with pleasure. I'll slip the scope back into the rifle case.
Right. So it's about 30 minutes after the church kind of like gets behind the airship. You see up ahead, you see a large plantation house. It kind of looks like what those old antebellum plantation houses would look in the south of the U.S. and all. But at a much larger size, it's about 4 stories tall, and it looks like it has probably about 40 rooms inside of it. It is surrounded by a wall, and the wall inside the wall is the first time you've seen anywhere on this world where there's not just completely covered in crops. It looks like inside the wall is a very lovely like sitting garden, and so this is obviously the noble's home, which he can't be bothered by having the crops get close to his home. The servitor brings the airship into landing, and you see a man coming out there. He's dressed in a large overcoat, and he's got a leather gloves on his hands, and he comes down and he opens the door from the outside, and he goes, "Yes, may I help you?"
Are you in charge, sir? Is this your
Uh,
plantation?
I am the servant, the butler. My name is Og Hollybuff. Who may I have the name of the person I have the pleasure to speak with?
Yes, I am Wilkes Garn. Well met. And I give him my soft hand to shake. And I am joined by Eidolon and Sister Helza Scorn.
Ah, well met. And once he kind of steps onto the ship, you can see that the left side of his face is severely scarred and stuff. His left eye, it's white because it's obviously been ruined and scarred over. But when he smiles, the right side of his face, it's still a genuine smile. It's just the left side of his face doesn't look like it works anymore.
Yes.
So,
If you don't mind me asking, what service were you providing when you got that scar?
I was working on one of the sprayers, and it opened up and sprayed me, and the chemical was a pesticide, and unfortunately it started melting some of my skin off.
Well, Service is its own reward and sacrifice is ultimate. Thank you. And can I use that to rapport him?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
+1 degree of success.
Okay. Yeah. He smiles and he's like, "Oh, no, I mean, I guess I don't have to slave in the field anymore. I can have a house servant job. So I guess there is a somewhat of a blessing in that."
Yes, we serve wherever we can. We are with the Imperium coming here to do some inspections of crops, and we would love to speak to the plantation owner. His name is Sarvis.
Yes, Mr. Kartovian. I will announce it. And then he looks over at the servitor and he's like, "Servitor, grab their luggage." Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I trust that you have a place for us to stay.
We have rooms that are reserved for inspectors and high and high ranking officials.
And just out of curiosity, are there any other inspectors or high-ranking officials currently staying in these dormitories?
There's not. There's not.
Very well. Excellent. We have the place for ourselves, comrades. And I'll give a knowing glance to both of them.
But Mr. Kartovian does sound like a kind lord to give you this butler position rather than send you to the recyclers.
Well, yes. I mean, he is a master. Yes.
I look forward to making his acquaintance.
Oh, come this way, inspectors. So he walks on ahead, and he gets to the door. He opens it up, and he kind of speaks into the intercom system. He's like going, "Master, we have some inspectors from the Administratum, correct?"
Yes, the Administratum.
From the Administratum here. You hear a voice come across, it goes, "I suppose they will need a place to stay and food to eat." They're here already, sir. But yes, I told them that we have room.
We eat very little, so it will be no problem.
I'll be right down.
And hold on, but when was your last visit from the Administratum? Or the Ecclesiastry, as you can see, I'm a member of. When was your last visit?
I can't remember the last time the Ecclesiarchy's been here. We had an inspector just a little over a standard month ago. He was here. Yes.
And who was that?
Han. I can't remember his last name, but Han something. He's a quite a friendly gentleman and all. He left about 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more. He was going to inspect some of the other plantations.
Do you know where he went?
I'm gonna try and read him while saying this.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me an intuition, people. Ooh, I got a 0-4.
Oh boy, I failed.
Yeah,
I failed by 4.
Okay, yeah, can't tell. Maybe it's because half his face is not functioning. You can't really get a read on this guy.
With the rapport I've built, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We would expect to be housed in a similar room to Han. In fact, the same one would do just fine.
That would be the master's decision. But if you suggest it, I think he'll be fine with it. No one's using it. I've already fixed it back up.
Lead on.
All right. So,
as we walk, just one last question. When was the last time you went to church, young man?
I attend small church that's here on the plantation. So it would have been this morning.
This morning. Hmm.
Oh, of course,
Very good.
I try and go 8 days a week.
And who leads you in your service to the emperor? You have
Oh,
faith.
let me get that priest's name. The local priest on the plantation is Gisborne Melahon.
And would he be a father or Gisborne?
Yeah, he'd be a father. Yep.
When we've settled in, I would like to be introduced to Father Malachi.
Oh, of course. Oh, when you come into the home, it is gaudy to like the extreme. I mean, this guy has wealth beyond any of your imaginations that you could think. Uh, but you see the noble coming down the steps. He's a very heavy set man. He's got each finger has a very large ring on it, and he's got a backpack that he has, and it's got a hose that goes up into his nose, and so it's kind of like one of those breathing packs you'll see people have in our real world. But of course, the hose is very large, and it looks like has been permanently installed into his sinuses and all. Comes down. He's like, he has it. He kind of when he comes down there, he looks at all you. He's like, the Administratum, always happy to see you here. He's like, my name is Stavros Kartovian.
Well met, Stavros. Kartovian. I'm Wilkes Garn, and we come as inspectors from the Administratum. And must I say, your crop yield is quite impressive, and your tithes have been exceedingly generous.
Indeed, and I've been growing the same crops that my father, my grandfather, and my great, and he puts a lot of greats on that, grandfather did, all all in the compliance with the emperor's vision for this world.
Service is
Yes.
eternal.
Indeed. You should be proud of your lineage and what it's brought you and your wealth. And I point around to the beauty of everything. I suspect your accommodations for inspectors will do quite well.
Indeed, he's like, I have you on the second floor and all. He's like, on when you do your inspections, please remove your boots. Of course, the carpets are quite priceless.
Mm.
I don't want you
Yes.
tracking in the mud from the fields.
We are not animals, so. This here is Eidolon and Sister Helza.
Well met, Stavros Kartovian.
She nods.
Well met to you also. He's like, have you had the servitor take their luggage up to the room? And goes, I was waiting to confirm that which rooms you're wanting to have them in. He's like, I don't care. He goes, well, I think we can accommodate your request there, Lucas.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate your hospitality, Mr. Kartovian. May I ask, when was the last time you prayed?
Oh, I would have prayed probably. Well, it was an hour ago. I know I'm getting due time to pray, but you understand that a businessman's work is never done. I know that I should be a little bit more proactive in my worship.
Yeah.
But I promise you, I do get a prayer in at least 8 times a day.
And the sister actually smiles for once. She smiles and she says, you know, the material world is passing. Make sure you build on the business of your faith in the emperor. And she actually just, you know, I'd like to understand the truth of what he's saying. Like, does it seems like he's being sincere in his
Mhm.
abasement before the emperor?
Oh yeah. Give me, you know what it is, and intuition.
Yep. No, 81. So
Okay,
that would be minus
zero
lots.
0 8, which is plus something, I'm sure. So,
Um,
okay. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Can I try my rapport on him? Oh, sorry. Were you not? Go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
Um, what are you trying to do with rapport?
Well, I'm just trying to endear myself to him early and by
Okay.
complimenting him and his crop yield and tithes and then this area.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and I'll even say I've never been to such a beautiful plantation. I've done many inspections, but this yield and just looking at your crop from the air is quite impressive.
Okay. Yeah, you could make a report check on that.
46, 1 degree of success.
Okay. He smiles. He's like going, yes it is. It's like going, I will. Your attention to details is duly noted and appreciated.
Yes. Um, and on that note, I am quite a data geek. Um, and your tithe data is immaculate. I was wondering if I could look at your tithe data and bring it back to the Imperium as an example of how we structure our tables and data going forward. Is that something you would be willing to do?
I can put you in contact with my accountant. I don't understand all those numbers.
Of course not. But please do send him my way. Her. Something did come up in the data, though, that I am curious about. There was a gentleman with the name Lufgar who stayed here for some time. Did you
Ah,
make his acquaintance?
yes. It's about time the Administratum responded to my request for an inspection and all, and he came down. Did he file a suitable report? Are you the follow-on team?
Well, he did file a suitable report. Um, but I wanted to understand what his candor was with you. Was it something you appreciated or something you felt was lacking?
I thought I would have liked him to have been more aggressive with some of the other plantation owners. You understand that that they are planting crops that are not sanctioned by that were not sanctioned by the emperor, and I don't think that they are following the path. And I thought the administrative could highlight this and maybe have them corrected. But yet
Hmm.
their Kudzowicz still grows.
Yes, and how new is this revelation and this honestly, I hate to use the word heresy by those other plantation owners.
Oh, you may use it on them. Uh, the first I remember of it was almost a 10 standard Terran years ago. I filed my first complaint 8 standard Terran years ago.
Well, hopefully we can get that all worked out. Uh, the Administratum have an office here, I'm assuming, that we could visit that houses all of the tithe data on Vol.
Yeah, they do. It goes. It is maintained at what's that guy's name? It is maintained at Kalel's plantation. He is the one that has hosted the Administratum.
And
Sorry,
Kalel's
could you get
crops.
Was that sorry?
what was the name again, please?
Kalel, Calell.
And Kalel's crops, I assume, are within reason of the Emperor's purview, or are they also
They are
heretical?
They are Kudzoich. They were introduced crop to this world, and the Emperor would not have signed off on it.
Oh. And they
Excellent.
house the Administratum. Okay.
So it seems like you have a lot to gain. Should we look into this other plantation and find it to be heretical? Can we ensure your help?
Of course. I only want to ensure that our glorious troops are fed the proper diet that the Emperor signed off on, and that we are not cursing this world to heresy by breaking his ancient decrees, his holy decrees.
Mm.
We would call it an ancient decree.
We all carry the Emperor's will as our torch.
So you said that several years ago, 10 years ago, in fact, the Administratum does not always move fast, but it moves. But you said 10 years ago you noticed this. Who introduced this kudzu, this new plant type you spoke of that doesn't adhere to the Imperium Biologica's specifications?
He goes, "Oh, let me summon Og. He'll be able to find the brochure that so-called Argonometus would have introduced." And he goes over to the intercom system. He buzzes. He's like, "Can you bring the paperwork on that plant that fool tried to sell us on?" Yes, sir. It'll take me a little bit to find it.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna go over to Wilkes and say, Kartovian could be a very useful ally for us if we level with him. It seems like he does have a lot to gain. If this other plantation goes down, he could easily take that over. So it's probably in our best interest that we work together.
Yes. Shall we tell him about Lufkar missing?
Yes, and how he went missing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how much do you trust
I don't trust anybody but you and Sister Elsa.
Okay.
And the Emperor.
him? Always the Emperor.
The given.
Always.
Maybe we hold on to the information for now and
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But I think you've got some leverage there. That's a really good idea. Maybe burn down his plantation and he can just expand in.
Well, I know that this is going to happen because that's what I would do if I was a businessman.
Yeah. But first we must understand their faith. The material world is one thing, so I'd like to speak to the local Father Malachi to make sure that they're not part of the problem. This material world stuff is less of a concern.
And that is excellent. We should look into that after we get settled and we get this information that Kartovian's bringing us.
Yeah, this plant, it sounds like they've been sold on the work of chaos.
Right. Yeah, and you kind of just while you're discussing this, Og comes back out, and he has like this little brochure, like a trifolded brochure, and he's like, "Oh, this is all I could find there, Master." Hands it over to him, and then Starvos hands the pamphlet to you. Let me share with you what it looks like. Well, what it says. So, go, and who would like to read
I'm happy
studies. Oh, go ahead, Mark. Yeah,
Oh.
you do it.
Yeah, you go. You go.
No,
You go.
no, your beautiful accent, please. So.
I'm imagining it's like a monorail salesman. You know, it's got a beautiful pamphlet with the
Yeah.
values
Oh yeah.
of these fantastic plants. Why should you switch to Kudzuch by Ivan Al-Mukhtar? Studies have shown that in most plantations' expense is from the chemicals and fertilizers required to keep your crop producing. What if there was a plant that grew at thrice the rate of your current crop and did not require chemicals to grow? Imagine the savings and the profit that could be achieved. There is such a plant, Kudzuich. This fast-growing vine was found in a world just outside the Sol system. It's been found to grow in all types of planets, and its fruit is juicy and nutritious. As an added bonus, its leaves can be harvested and also processed into food. You will not regret switching to Kudzuich, and the extra profit will secure your family for generations. Contact Ivan Al-Mukhtar for details on how you can start growing Kudzuich today.
Hey.
That was my best box casting voice.
That was a wonderful monorail salesman.
Yes.
Monorail.
Monorail. I think Kudzuich.
Mm-hmm.
What are the long-term effects of Kudzuich? That's something we have to.
It didn't seem like they were concerned with that.
Clearly not. That's why we're inspecting it.
Yeah, is there would we have heard of any of this, like with a medicine or medicine? Yeah, medicine or anything like that?
Not with the medicine.
Yeah. Any reports from our troops? Who have
You
had
could
strange-
give to look up reports for the troops. You would have to get to some place where you could access those databases and all. Give me to see if you've heard of it. Give me a lore sector, but I'm going to say it's at -20.
Wow.
All right. Got a like 10% chance. Let's go. Nope. Failed by
-2. I've never heard of it.
Sounds too good to be true.
Could I
Yeah,
check my data pad and see like if I can see if there's any shipments from when we flew in when I copied that data over of Kudzuich?
You don't even have to make a roll for that. Yeah, was not from this plantation, but shipments that are coming from every other plantation. That is all they're shipping out. The only variance in it is whether it's fruit or leaves from the Kudzuich plant.
I've got bad news. Everybody, save our friend here, Cartovian. This could be planet-wide.
And should we ask Artovian if the Kudzuich is the very plant that's covering the church?
The cathedrum.
Yes, sorry, the cathedrum.
Let's talk to
Get
the
yourself
father
together,
about that.
Delon.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ask him, he's like, yes, yeah. The plant it grows uncontrolled. If I have around my plantation, I've had to set up servitors with flamers to burn it back and keep it away from here. The cathedrum over there is completely overgrown it, and the cult, the Obnatus Beatus cult over there, they don't. It doesn't seem to bother them. They say that is part of the father's blessing. They call the emperor their father. I don't think that's proper. Only the Primarch should be able to call the emperor father.
Yeah,
That sounds quite heretical.
The Browns.
Yes, sister. Oh my gosh. Oof.
Yeah, something rotten grows here.
Is not a spreading plant taking over a planet the mark of chaos if you have never seen it?
Yes. Or pure human greed.
That was the cult of Augmentus, you said?
It is the cult of Obnatus Beatus. And you can give me a lore academics to be able to know what that means in High Gothic. Or linguistics High Gothic would be another choice.
Can I use my theology? It's very
Yeah, I could buy theology. There's a
brain
lot
rot.
of Latin in that, especially with what it means.
Succeeded by 3.
Mm.
The sister didn't do well in a High Gothic. She whenever they do the prayer, she mumbles along a bit. She just does it. In Domine Patre.
She's like me. It sounds like this. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. But Starbucks goes, you're of course welcome to have a dinner with me. I tend to dine at 2000 hours.
Mhm.
It would be an honor.
Yes. He goes,
We
but
will be there at 1:15 after the hourly prayer.
yeah, of course. He goes, but duty calls, and I am overdue for my prayer, sister. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't mind leading me in one, that would be quite an honor for me.
Yeah, and can we also invite the father along to dinner? We'll go meet him in a minute, I hope. But could we invite Father Malachi as well?
I suppose. Encourage him to please wash his hands and all. He says that it helps him relate to the workers if he looks more like them.
Well, faith is service. One question before you do go. You mentioned the Obnatus Beatus. Is that preached on your grounds?
No, I don't like their changes that they've made. Again, I don't like that they call the emperor father. I don't like that they've painted him green. He should be displayed in his golden armor and only in his golden armor.
Green. It's despicable.
Holy Joseph Crimson's fist. Green Emperor? This is troubling.
He doesn't excuse himself because he thinks you're beneath him, so he just kind of walks off.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll make it easy when we purge the whole world. I mean, because if it's grown that far, surely the answer is, not getting rid of individual farms. Put it that way.
This has been selling for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And there hasn't been any side effects that have been reported. Otherwise, I feel like we'd hear of them. It requires more.
It's the
research.
effect on men's hearts, Eidolon.
I suppose so.
Infection grows deep.
Eidolon, do not bring doubt into this.
There's no room
I
for
have a
doubt.
question. I have a question, Wilkes and Eidolon. The Castellan, the owner of the plantation, mentioned servitors with flamers. Did you notice many on this plantation? We could maybe something we could co-op if we ever needed some additional muscle. Is there a way that we could potentially take command of those, and how many might we be able to get?
No, I'm sure we would be able to do that if we were to have Cartovian as an ally, but just giving him enough reason to help us, I'm sure he would give us all the servitors we'd need to burn down heresy.
I think so. So the Sister Scorn's already dreaming of a army of flamer-enabled servitors sort of burning the heretics. You see her eyes glaze over slightly.
Yes, but we need We need concrete information. That requires reconnaissance.
Yes.
Evidence, facts, these are little compared to matters of faith.
Yeah, I'll settle into my room, and then if sister, do you want to? Sister, would you like to speak to the father alone?
No, I think it'd be good to one of you maybe to come along. Maybe the other could maybe search the grounds or have a bit of a look around, or it would
I
be
can
great
do
to see if
reconnaissance.
Yes,
yeah,
Eidolon is
look over
quiet.
next door.
I would love to do reconnaissance to erase any doubt that we do have.
Yeah.
And I will walk off, and
Yeah, it just seems so convenient that this guy's the one good one.
Yes. Yes.
Doubt is a sin, but I worry. But shall we go see the father?
You lead the way, sister. These matters are
Okay.
solely in your hands.
Yeah. So the sister, hopefully I've got some instructions of where to go.
Yeah.
Sister will arrive unannounced and with Wilkes at the chapel. Maybe we find him there, maybe we don't, but maybe we can have a bit of a look around before he's available.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and Eidolon, where were you going to head to scope things out?
I'm gonna take a walk around the premises. I need to
Okay.
add the finishing touches to my ghillie suit, and that is to add the local flora to
Oh.
the costume to make it really work.
Okay. All right. Right.
So I'll have my knife ready to just cut away whatever plants I can
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
But not the
And the-
kudzuich. Just specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that over the fence at all?
No. Nope. Because like this plantation's like like I said, his plantation's like the size of England, and so this his home is kind of like in the middle of it, and so the servitors, the reason you didn't see it because like they were just so far away, burning the kudzu away from his plantation, But yeah, so I'm assuming you meant the crops, not his decorative gardens.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plants that are the most like
Come.
obvious.
Got it. All right.
Not
Okay.
some rare kids.
Lucas and Sister Helza going down to the church. It's a little bit of a walk, but there's all the paths that the workers have used, and so you can find it as you go down there. You can see this massive building that you had that because you walked several miles. This very large building is essentially the water purification plant and all that for air, but you don't see any like smoke coming out of it, so you kind of maybe get the feeling that it's not running anymore. And
The water purification.
yeah, the water purification is no longer doesn't look like it's working. Maybe the machine spirit's taking some time off or something. But and as you go along, you come to what is one of the more permanent hamlets where the church here is. Now this is a relatively smaller church. I mean, it still holds several hundred people, but it's not one of the massive cathedrals that hive worlds and everything have. And you can see there's some children running around. They're maybe 5 or 6 years old. You do notice that most of them have like some deformity, like maybe an unformed ear, maybe one of their hands, they're missing some of their fingers, or their fingers grown together and all. But they look like they're still having fun and enjoying themselves. And you see see who's obviously the father outside the church. Looks like he's washing the stained glass windows and all.
Good service. Service is faith. So as we approach, a couple of questions in my mind is one. I'll get to the children in a minute. One is, does it look like the selling the lord of the plantation, does it look like he's investing enough in faith? Like, does this look appropriate size, or even bigger than? Does this look like the right kind of chapel and the right kind of money spent on faith in this world?
Right. It is large enough to house what you would estimate this many people in the buildings and all. Now, in an agri world, the population is very nomadic. They move with the
Mm.
crops and everything. But this one it seems like it's probably one of the more permanent ones, which you reason is because this is where the children are raised and everything
Oh, okay. So,
before they become workers and all.
okay.
But yes, yeah,
So
it looks like it'd be about the appropriate size and
okay.
everything. Mhm.
And second question, just on the church before we get to the children. Well maintained. I see that the father's washing windows. I mean, that's good. He's actually out there getting his hands dirty or clean. Does it look appropriately? So it's not, does it look correct, I suppose, and well maintained?
It
No
does.
green.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like being in a world with a lot of plant life, he's probably constantly fighting the pollen and everything
Yeah.
else. So
But it's a worthwhile fight.
yeah.
And last one, the children. So she doesn't like children. I mean,
Hmm.
this is not that kind of nun. But she uses her best nun sort of commanding voice and like to call them over. And she's obviously a member of the Ministerium, and hopefully that has some weight. And would like to call the children over and have a discussion with them.
Okay. All right. So as soon as you do, you're an adult, and you get the impression that these are well behaved kids. Let me ask both you and Wilkes a question. Do either of you have you probably said it at the beginning, but do any of you have like obvious scarring on your face?
Yeah, the sister's
Okay.
well scarred from.
Not a scar on my body.
Okay. All right. So they come over, and as they get closer, they're almost like just staring at Wilkes, like just constantly just staring at. You know how kids that age will they have no social like, oh hey, this is uncomfortable. So they're over there and they're just kind of constantly just staring at it. Every time you talk to him, sister, they look over at you, but then they go right back to looking at Wilkes.
So she uses, that's interesting to note. So he's beautiful and they're not used to that, is what I'm hearing.
Hmm.
So she uses her best nuns approach. There should be a call and respond type prayer, like the emperor protects and
Right.
wants to understand their knowledge of the correct forms of worshipping the emperor,
Hmm.
and just check that they've been raised properly
Right.
in the emperor's faith.
Okay. Now, when you use a nun voice, so are you using like the angry nun voice or the
No,
like?
no, no, no. I'm
Okay, all
trying to.
right. I was
She's
like,
not
I was
very
like,
good at
there's
it. She's
yeah,
trying to ingratiate herself with these
gotcha,
children, but
gotcha.
also,
Okay, yeah,
still
yeah,
disciplinarian.
right, yeah. So, when you do the appropriate call and response, when you say, "Oh, the emperor protects," they'll stop looking at Lucas. They look over and they go, "Always," the appropriate response that it would be, and then they go. Every once in a while, they stumble over it, but they are like 4 and 5 years old. So,
That's good. That's good. And she said, "My, your handsome looking children. What do you hope to be when you grow up?"
oh, Daddy says that I got the hands to be able to clean out the hoses on the harvester and all that. That I should be able to get in there and get it all cleaned out. He says that's a good job because you can ride it instead of having to walk in front of it like he has to and all. He says that's where his other hand went.
Well, service is important. Now, and she laughs. She says, "But she learns his name, Johnny.
Yeah.
Next, when you are approached by a sister or a father, and they ask what you want to do in the future, the answer always starts with to serve the emperor.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
and he pats you on the
of
back.
course, of course. I mean, yes, yes, sisters. Of course, always serve
And
the emperor.
and let's say he's got deformed ears. He says, "Oh,
Mm.
you're a handsome young boy. You got such curious ears. Uh, where did this come from?"
Uh, Mommy says I was born this way, and that's what made me special.
Yeah, yeah. And she's kind of looking them up and down, holding them up, and having a very close look at these obvious mutations. And are they within? Is their initial response? Are they within the bounds of the feeling narrow bounds of humanity, or do I feel they're starting to stray a bit?
That
Um,
sounds like that opinion is going to be a lore theology.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So if I'm thinking back to my studies of
Mm-hmm.
the guide to the hand of chaos, as she's trying to smile at these children, she's
Mm-hmm.
getting more worried.
Is my
So that's sorry, 57 over 32. So that's a minus 2 6 failure.
Oh man, like these kids, man, they're obviously like outside of the standard. Like look at that ear. I mean,
Yeah. And you get this sense, Will, because it's just a tiny bit of coldness as she puts this kid down because they're already on the list.
Can I use my data slate to snap a picture of them?
of course,
Good idea.
yeah, yeah. They look at you, they're like going, "How is your skin so not scarred?"
Hmm. I was born this way. Were you born that way?
That's what Mommy says.
And did your mommy have the same scars?
Oh no, no, she has special mommy scars and all.
How many Terra years are you aged wise? Around
Uh,
10?
I turned, no, 10. Oh, no, no. If I was 10, I'd be in the fields working, serving the emperor, of course. No, I'm only 5.
Okay. Thank you.
Service,
So,
service is faith, young man. Run along. We have to talk to the father.
oh,
Um,
of course.
Actually, before they go, have you, children? Have you noticed? Does Have you seen? Did you see there was a man visiting from the Administratum? Did you notice him? He was named Han.
Would he be pretty like him or ugly and scarred like you?
um, we hopefully would have a picture of him somewhere on your
Okay.
reports, Wilkes,
Okay.
your data slate. Is that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we
Yeah.
show it to him?
This
Have
is
you have
him.
you seen this man?
Oh, he's the man that had the skull that floated with him. Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
came here. Yeah. Yeah, he
Hmm.
talked to Mummy. Daddy was in the fields when he visited.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Thank you. Run along, children.
Oh, of course.
Um.
They go off. You notice one of them when they're running away. His one of his legs is obviously shorter than the other because he's got kind of like a wobble as he runs and all.
Yeah. And the system must have some sort of hand sanitation on a imperial
Yeah,
hand sanction sanitation. She's just wiping her hand,
Yeah.
you know, um, after touching these unclean children.
right. All right. Before we get to the priest, let's cut over to Eidolon, who's
Yeah.
out in the field scoping things out and all. Okay. I will give you the choice. You can give me a an awareness sight or an awareness sound, and both are at plus 20.
All right. Will ever vigilant apply where I
Yeah,
have one
yeah,
success level to detect.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, that
Okay,
would make sense. Mhm.
nice. I'll do the sight then, and that is uh, 3 levels of success.
All right. So as you're kind of collecting
Oh,
those
sorry,
plants and
4.
oh, 4 levels, nice. I think 3 and 4 is the same result.
Oh,
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So
okay.
yeah, as you're kind of sitting there collecting plants and looking, you see this guy. He's walking along, and what you hadn't seen anyone for a while. He's going along, and he's got like some bandages on his arm, so he's kind of wearing like a short sleeve shirt, so he would have had a farmer's tan and everything. But his arms are bandaged up, and what really got your attention, besides him being the only person here, it looks like he's got a backpack, a very large backpack that looks like it's full, and he's walking out, and he keeps kind of like looking over his shoulder and everything. So yeah, you're muted.
And he looks like he doesn't belong. My
He lo- he looks like a field hand.
yeah.
I mean, he's kind of built like one. He's done physical labor since he was like 8, 9 years
Mhm.
old. So he's definitely stout. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I
But
bet
like,
that backpack's full of Kudzwich for sure.
mhm.
But, yeah, I'm going to definitely track him. I'm gonna stalk him. I have
Okay.
Skulker, the talent, so I don't need
Oh,
to
nice.
roll to make
Yeah.
stealth test remain undetected.
All right.
But I will draw just my gun. I'll put on my ghillie suit, cloak,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is.
So
Yeah.
I smile to myself. It's time to put
Mhm.
this to the test.
Right. Yeah, and with Skulker and camouflage and
Yeah.
ghillie suit, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't have to make a roll. You follow him for a while, and he's headed toward after a bit, after about an hour of maybe following him, you get the sense that he's headed in the direction of that seven spired cathedral.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah,
So he has his backpack stuffed with stuff and he's exiting the grounds.
yep.
Is that okay?
Hmm.
Do I have the authority to stop him? I'm not so sure if I do.
You got a gun.
I do have a gun.
Overreach is
I would
typical.
love to sneak up behind him and like knock him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, we will go with that. Now, with that Skulker talent, I don't have the rule book out in front of me,
Yeah.
so you don't have to make a roll for stealth to follow someone, or
Yeah. So I'll post it in the Zoom. When you attempt to follow someone using navigation tracking, you do not need to make a stealth test to remain undetected.
okay, yep. I'm gonna say that just to give him at least a chance,
Okay.
I'm gonna have you do a stealth move silently.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give you a plus 40.
Okay.
And you're going to be rolling against his awareness.
Wow. That's incredible. We're gonna 02. Uh, so that's 9 degrees of success right now.
All right. Obviously, you
Wow.
succeeded. Also, because you succeeded by six or more,
Yep.
you can add something to this. So this gives the player the ability to add something. This is not in the official rules, but I always like to do this if you roll so well. So like what sometimes people go, hey, not only did I able to sneak up on him, I I this is kind of a tough one. I was also able to like grab his backpack and get it off of him, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, well, considering I'm about to knock him out anyway, I would love a better look at him since I can get
Okay,
close enough to.
yeah.
Does he have any mutations or anything like that underneath those bandages?
Uh, it looks like he's got pustules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
Now the
looked
knock,
like really shady, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. If that's the case, is there some kind of like knockout blow I can do?
Yep,
Just
yep, yep. Just give
pistol
me
whip him back of the head.
yep, yep. Give me a melee brawling with advantage.
Right, and I believe that's the auto crit if on a success.
Yeah, but you're
Shit.
purposely not
Yeah.
trying to crit.
Yeah, you're right.
Crit,
You're right.
so.
So crits are
It's like,
lethal in this game, right?
knock
Okay.
his head
Yes,
off.
crits are
Understood.
how you kill people.
So good.
Okay. Well, that is a 10 right off the
Okay, yeah,
bat.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You hit him
Plunk.
right in the back of the head with your gun, butt of your gun or whatever, and he drops.
I smile to myself even wider because the ghillie suit has worked. Now it's time to see what's in this backpack.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll poke
Open
it with my gun
Yeah.
first.
It's soft.
Soft.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Zipper.
Yep.
Let's open it up.
Yeah. Oh, you open it up, and inside looks like it's his clothes. Oh, his clothes and possessions, and in there is a hand drawn map.
Oh, he's scoping out the place.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So it's a map of the Cartovian estate.
That is going to require a navigation tracking
Oh, great.
to try and kind of interpret that.
You got it.
Mhm.
Another 10. 2
Wow.
degrees of
Hot
success.
dice. Hot
I'm
dice.
I'm I'm doing good.
Go.
All right. It is
An
not
expert,
of the
goddammit.
Cartovian estate. It is looks like it's a map to a another estate, and the name that you see is Mess Tournier. MEST space TORNIR.
Mess Tournier, and this is a plantation, or
Yep, yep.
so it's a map of the Mess Tournier plantation, which I got off the
More
guy.
of a map of directions how to get
Oh, but he wasn't consulting the map at all during his walk towards
there.
this.
No. But you only followed him for a mile or so. So
Yeah.
yeah, he probably this if this guy's plantation is the size of England,
Hmm.
it was going to take him several days, if not
Yeah.
weeks, to get to where he was going.
Would I happen to know the affiliation? Is it pro Kudzwich or anti Kudzwich for the Mess Tournier plantation?
um, you would probably assume it's pro Kudzowicz
Yeah,
because
that's the
only
rest of the planet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything in his pockets,
Some
on his
food,
body?
some food, and all. You're getting definitely an impression that he was leaving.
Yeah, he was leaving, but he wasn't leaving with anything besides the
Mhm.
like. He didn't take anything, so I don't really
No,
have any probable cause. So I'm just gonna let him wake up
Maybe
naturally.
he left something. Maybe he planted some kudzuich.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm definitely gonna head back then. I'll just let
okay,
him wake up naturally.
right, okay. Uh, so I'm just looking at my watch.
Hmm.
We'll do the priest, and then that sounds like a good stopping point.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, Sister Helzen Scorn, after you stop talking to the kids, you notice that the father, of course, you're strangers in town, and you're talking to the children. He had kind of was observing you, but you're dressed like a sister, so he's not suspicious. It's just, oh, this is something different going on in town than just the normal residents moving about and all.
Yeah. Yeah. So she would like to approach the father, appearing as representative of the Administratum. And so she approaches him and says, "Father," and then she just waits for him to climb down his ladder and just
Yeah.
waits patiently at enough distance that he has to come to her.
Yeah. he comes down. He gets out. He pulls a rag out and kind of like, wipes his hands off and everything. And he comes over. He's like, uh, sister, are you newly assigned to this world?
No, we're but visiting. I myself, I'm Sister Scorn, and my colleague Wilkes, and you would be Father
Father Gisborne Malika?
Father Malachi. Father Malachi. I think from what I observed, you keep a wonderful chapel, and the local lord seems to be paying the correct uh, uh, abasement or whatever it is to the emperor. Is following. So I commend you on your service.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, service is its own reward and blessing, of course.
Yes, service is faith. Father, we're passing through, and we have some material interest in the operations of the plantations, and maybe Wilkes can ask you a few questions. But before we go down that path, I'm slightly troubled by matters of faith on this world.
Oh,
I'd like to understand your observations.
oh, I assume you're talking of the of Natius Beatus sect.
I mean, so she's asking an open question, so he can.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
Yeah,
to understand what he thinks rather than
yeah.
me telling him what I think.
Well,
She nods. Best school
yeah,
mom nod. Yes,
yeah,
encourage.
yeah.
Talk
Well,
on.
we the leaders of the various cathedrals around here. We had a few years ago we had a synod to discuss the sect and whether or not we would recognize uh, the father as an aspect of the emperor. Uh, I voted against it. I felt that it deviated further than I was comfortable with. Now, I understand that there are various representations of the emperor. I prefer him in his golden crusader armor, whereas some prefer him on his golden throne. Others even view him as a aspect of the omnissiah. But as this green man, I did not agree. However, I was out outvoted, and
Were there any others who voted against the this interesting interpretation?
yeah, Zarchias did. He voted against it also. Uh,
Who is he?
he leads the primary church on the Kallel plantation.
And sorry, can I get the spelling of that? Primary church on.
The Kallel the Callell.
That one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Plantation. Okay. And does the sister feel that this green man interpretation of the and father, sounds very old godish. Does that fall within imperial doctrine? Does that fall within if the ministerium were to look at this from off planet, would they say it's way outside or within?
I'll give you the probably the cynical 40K answer. Is it
Yeah.
beneficial to the Imperium? Then yeah, it falls within it. If it's not,
Okay.
then it's
But
oh
that would be the administration, everyone else. But would the
yeah.
ministerium sort of take that view?
The Ministorium, they would they can accept a
Okay.
lot of the various things,
Okay.
but yeah.
She just rocks back a bit. Then it's interesting. Um, and tell me about the chapel. Sorry, the cathedral. It's we viewed it from the air.
Yes, yes. The cathedral over there. That is get the guy that runs that one church. That is run by Lucianus. He is I think he's a good man. I think he's doing his best. However, you've met people that will bend their values to get along.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is where he falls in. You know. Unfortunately, he is a well-connected family, which gave him the head of that cathedral.
Mm. You can sell your integrity easy, but you can only sell it once. The
Indeed.
emperor remembers. And Father, I have one concern about the children. I noticed interesting disfigurations.
Yeah, and
Do you have any
with
thoughts
that,
on that?
he gets a. This is the first time you really saw like an emotional reaction in him.
Uh-huh.
He's like going. Unfortunately, Stavros is a faithful man. Stavros does not believe that the machine cult follows the emperor, and he has many decades ago he forbid tech priests from coming onto his plantation. The water purification plant has not worked in a long time, and pregnant women drinking polluted water produces unfortunate birth defects.
But it seems to be this generation of children, from what we can tell, like the last that. Well, how long have you been seeing these disfigurations, shall we call them?
Since I've been here, their mothers will have disfigurations, and so
Okay.
will their fathers.
Okay. So it doesn't, yeah, she'll ask a bit more, but doesn't feel like it feels like it's more aligned to the water purification than it
Yeah.
does the kudzu. So maybe it's not something more natural and local. Wilkes, do you have any more questions, less on matters of faith, but more the material world?
Well met, Father. I was just saying a prayer back here.
As we all should.
Indeed. Yes. Do you know any of the other plantation owners' fathers? Do you connect with them or?
We do have a yearly meeting, and all. It is scheduled for in about a standard month from now is when we will have another meeting to discuss religious matters and how we feel our flocks are being tended.
What would you say of the piety of the Kalal plantation, based on what you know?
I feel that the father there is very passionate. I don't agree with his interpretations. He is he's almost a nature worshiper, and he attributes that. Now the emperor is everywhere and in nature, but it's almost like that is the only aspect he is concerned with.
Interesting. This green emperor, I suppose, something that he subscribes to.
Indeed, he is a large advocate for calling him father and asking the father to help the. He preaches that the populace should call out to the father that he will make their pain tolerable, in fact, even possibly beautiful.
Beautiful.
The emperor is already beautiful.
Of course.
All service is beautiful under the emperor, but this is perplexing to me. He has a closeness with the emperor that is heretical, it sounds. like that closeness. There should be a distance from these farm workers and the Emperor.
Yes, yes, you are speaking my language there, sir. I think a distance between you and your God is important.
The God is the Emperor is not our father. He doesn't bounce us on his knee. He is our Lord, Emperor, and nature. This is here to serve us. It's
Indeed.
not, the service is how one worships the Emperor, not by communing with nature.
No.
And she spits on the ground, obviously displeased. Now, the rest of the Ministerium may support this, um, but the sister does not.
Excellent.
Um, just changing tack, I was just last with the father. Father, the administration sent an inspector recently, Hans Wolfgast.
Yes.
Do you mind
Yes,
direction?
yes, yes. I did. I did. He asked how our plantation workers were getting along. I relayed to him my concern about the water purification. I asked him if he could maybe put in a request to have maybe got someone in the machine cult come down to tend to the water purification plant. He said
Yes.
he would look into it. The children loved his servo skull though. They thought it was neat.
Was his prayer sufficiently pious?
He did not attend service while he was here, but I had no indication that he was
Good.
not a faithful man.
Well, the Lord has. We're having dinner with him tonight, and I suggest, I've asked for your attendance as well as an
Oh,
important member of the local community. The Lord has asked that you do clean your boots before you come in. I have little concerns with this. Your service is hard work, and hard work is service. So come as you will. But if we want to convince the Lord, maybe you might want to consider cleaning the mud off your boots, and we will put the case forward. And healthy, perfectly formed children that serve the Emperor from 10 onwards is the will of our Lord. So we must do our best together to convince him.
indeed. I look forward to that, sister. The Emperor protects.
Yes, the Emperor is great.
Yes.
He is our shield.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. That was awesome. Right.
Great.
Excellent. No, really good kid.
Shall I close this out?
Yeah, that was good.
All right, great, great. Well, thank you again for listening to another RPG Reanimators. It's live actual play. We'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.